having your speaking interview, which will be conducted in three parts. The first part is going to be the introductory questions. The second part will be the cue card, for which you will get a minute to prepare, and on the same you have to speak for a minute or two. And the third part is going to be the follow-up questions, right? So we can start with the introductory questions. So may I know your full name?
My name is Amrinder Singh.
Amrinder, where are you from?
I belong to Bathinda. It's a small city in Punjab.
Okay, could you please explain your city a little more?
Yes, it's one of the most renowned city as it is popularly known for its Asia's largest railway junction and Asia's largest cantonment. And even more, many recent developments in the sector of health as well as in the education has made it more popular in the neighboring states.
So do you work or you study?
I work. I work as a supervisor in my own farms. I am basically a farmer.
Okay, so why did you choose this profession?
Earlier, after pursuing my education, I tried few jobs and also thought of raising a business. But due to more responsibility of my family, I preferred to work as a farmer, and even I was more nature-loving person, so I thought that farming will be a good option for me.
So do you like your job?
Yes, I love my job.
Do you really miss being a student?
Yes, sometimes, but I still prefer to learn a lot of things in my life. Education is always welcomed by me, so I always welcome attaining knowledge from others.
Which part of being student do you miss the most?
Mostly my college times when we used to attend the lecture by our own choice. There was no pressure or there was no stress by the teachers. Nobody was there to supervise. But yes, we were making our own decisions. So that was the best part, I think.
Okay, so let's have questions on home or accommodation. So do you live in a house or in a flat?
I live in a flat.
Why?
We are like a small nuclear family, so we find it more convenient as less maintenance and even it is more safe.
Why is it more safe than the
It is in a private
house?
colony basically. The flat is located in a private colony, so there is 24/7 security on the main gate. No stranger is allowed without the permission of the residents living inside a society. So it is more safe.
So which is your favorite room in your flat?
Generally, I spend more time sitting in the living room and having a cup of coffee or reading a novel. It is more cozy, especially the yellow lights that's installed. So it is more cozy for me. I spend most of the time there.
So what else have you done to your room to make it look more nice?
I do not prefer doing anything. Generally, this is taken care by my wife. So the decor and everything is taken care of. Taken care of.
Why don't you take the responsibility?
We have collision over the things, over the interests. We do not have a similar interest, especially in the matter of the decoration. So
Okay.
I give this thing to be taken care by my wife.
So which room does the family of yours spend the most time in?
During the daytime, we generally sit in the living room, as I told. But during the night time, we prefer to sit in the bedroom where we watch TV together.
So let's have questions on fashion and clothing. So do you like fashion?
Yes, I always try to keep myself updated with the trends going on.
Why so?
Because I love getting dressed up. I love myself to be carried out in a better way. I think a person should look personality. So I prefer to be in touch with what's the trend.
Why a person should look impressive all the time?
Because I think the first impression is the last impression. So generally people judge you with your clothes, and mostly I feel myself very much comfortable when I am dressed well.
Okay, so do you have a lot of nice clothing?
Yes, I have good clothing that I think is according to the trend and according to my taste.
Okay, so what kind of clothes do you usually wear?
Generally, I prefer wearing semi-formal clothes because I think that suits to my personality in a better way.
Why do you think so?
I have my personal interest because I do not carry myself in a way, and I think the way I carry myself, I have a beard and a mustache, so I think the semi-formal dress up is a better thing.
So, on what occasions you prefer wearing formal dress up?
Especially on the weddings, I prefer wearing formal dress up, or when I have to attend a meeting or something.
Why so?
Because I think a person should be dressed in a formal way when you attend a marriage. Although I prefer getting dressed up in a comfortable way, but yes, sometimes a person should also see the occasion they're attending.
So, do you think is it a good idea to spend extravagantly on clothing?
No, I think a person should always spend according to the pocket. But it is not that a person who want to dress up should buy expensive clothes. It is all about the taste of a person.
Why
Even
so?
in the less price, you can get a better dress. You can buy better clothes. No matter if you want to buy for a brand or you want to get a stitch from local tailors. It is all the taste of a person that matters.
Okay, so it's time for the cue card, and the cue card that you have to speak on is describe an old person you recently helped, and for that you will get a minute, and your time starts now. You can use this pen and paper to make your notes. Yes, speak on the topic.
Right from the school time, I remember in the subject of moral science, we have always been taught by the school teacher that we should help others. Even if we select a friend, a person, we are taught that friend in need is a friend indeed. Even more, I have seen my father helping others. He used to take some amount from his salary to donate things or the necessities to the poor people. So it is the way I was raised. I have always been taught by my parents that we should always help others, no matter how much money we have or how many things we accommodate. But we should always try to give a portion of those to help others, those who need more than us. I remember an incident when I went for the car alignment in my city. I was waiting for my turn as there was other people getting their work done in the workshop. So a poor lady around 70s, I think in her 70s, she begged me to get her some ration for her. So I questioned her that why she is begging, although she looked really coming from a good family. But so she said that her son and her daughter is not taking care of her and her husband anymore, and her husband is not in a condition that he can earn as he is handicapped or he got injured. So after inquiring that he is not faking anything, I gave some money to the person on the workshop and asked him to buy some ration for her. And even I asked her the place where she lives. So she didn't had a house. She told me that she is living in a old house located near the railway lines. It was a government building actually. So I went there even to check her that whether she was not faking and if I can lend a further helping hand to help her. So yes, I think that was the most affecting incident that I ever had in my life, and I think just mere giving ration to her just to because she was in such a condition that she was not able to work and nobody was giving her a job because of her age. So every person should take care of such people. I think even government should make some more efforts so that people are not let orphaned by their sons and by their daughters.
Okay, so let's move to the third part, which are follow-ups. So, do you think people these days do not help as they used to do in the past?
No, I don't think so. But yes, people have become more self-centered. They have turned more selfish now, more goal-oriented. They are running after the money. They have forgot their moral values. So yes, this has made people more materialistic, and they have started helping less people.
So, why do you think this is happening?
Because people have turned materialistic. They just want to be rich. They just don't know that this riches is not going to go with them, but the moral values and the respect they will earn in the society will.
Okay, so how do you think this problem can be eradicated?
I think efforts should be laid down. People should be introduced to the reality. They should be given the reality check. Even in the schools now, I think moral science is no more a subject in the schools. Students are not being taught any moral values. They are rather being taught that they should be engineer, they should be doctor, but they are not taught that they should respect elders and they should take care of the old people or the animals that are wandering on the roads. So I think more effort should be laid, or the policies should be designed by the government that if any person who will orphan their parents, who will leave their parents after the age of the 60 or 70, or if they are not able to earn, I think the state action should be taken against such kids.
So, how people can contribute to the society or to the weaker section of the society?
Depending upon the requirement, I think people should try to make monetary contributions, and if someone can provide the food to these people, and yes, it will not be less if the person can donate a piece of a land or construct a building for such people who do not have anybody to take care of them.
So, do you think that there should be NGOs who should provide such facilities to the...
Yes, there are still many NGOs running. Even a person in Delhi who has sold, I think even his house, he sold his house just to help the elderly people who have been left by their kids. So still more NGOs or more people like him are required, so that they can make part, or they can be the helping hand to other people.
Okay, so thank you so much. That was it.